students used to come for me for training. They asked me, sir, there is latest version 11g in the market. So I think we have to learn that. So what I suggest them is, if you learn 10g, 11g is just an upgrade. It's not very, with some minor changes of just 5%. That's it. Not any major changes. Just 5% changes. And I'll also provide you with the technical documents that are required to understand the differences between 10g and 11g. So you should be at an expertise level at 10G. If you know 10G, any upgrade, that is 11G, is very simple, just an upgrade and minor changes. That's it. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Fine. Now, yes, there was a product called as Enquire. I think you might have heard about this product, Enquire. From Enquire, from this product, Enquire, Cybele has acquired the product and named it as Cybele Analytics. Heard of Cybele Analytics? Cybele is famous for its CRM software, customer relationship management, right? The last version of Cybele Analytics was 7.8.2.5. And from Cybele, Oracle has acquired this product. Oracle has acquired this product and named it as OBIEE. There were many versions prior to 10.1.3.4, 4.1, 10.1.3.3.0, 10.1.3.2.0, 10.1.3.1.0. So like this, there were many versions prior to this. So I have been working with the OBIEE version right from its induction into the market. That is around December 2006 when this product was launched. We were trained by the Oracle Corporation guys, and from that point of its existence, we are there developing this product. Okay, fine. So this is basically a data warehousing business intelligence reporting tool. Okay, reporting tool. So I'll tell you very simple, in simple words. I'm going to explain you in very simple layman words. What is a data warehouse? A data warehouse, to understand this, first you should understand the concept of database, and people like you with lots of experience, I think you know what is a database. A database is a place where you store data or information in terms of structures called as a tables. Okay, you store data in form of tables, which is collection of records. That is, you store this data in the form of rows and columns, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, a data warehouse is an area or a place where you store your company's or organization's historical data for analysis and reporting purpose. For analysis and reporting purpose. When I use the word or the term historical data, that means your company's very old data, let's say last 5 years of data, or let's say last 10 years of data. Okay, so this is historical data. Because why does this company wants to store historical data? Because as they go on doing business in the market, so they need to compete with their rivals. Similarly, they need to check their prosperity in the business. So let's say I want to know what is the status of my current sales. Okay, so how far I have been moving in the market. Okay, comparing myself with the last year's sales report. So how can I check this? Only if I have my last year's data with me. I can compare it with my current year's sales report, then go ahead with the analysis and find out why are my sales more last year and why are my sales very less last year, or how much profit I have earned last year compared to this year. So you can do all this sort of analysis. Okay, so once the analysis is done, okay, based on the analysis you are going to develop the reports. Why reports are required? Because reports are generally needed. They help as an effective decision making tools that will serve the managers that who take effective decisions. They, okay, so whenever I have a problem, I need to find out the solution. I can only find out a solution only when I have correct information in my hand. Because, okay, I'll give you one simple example. If I want to go to a movie, I should know which movie. I mean, I should first know. I know which movie I want to go, but I should know where this movie is being screened, which theaters it is being screened, what is the route, okay, how much is the ticket. So like this, only when I have the facts in my hand, I can take, I can solve it. Similarly, reports help the managers with facts of data. Based on these reports, they are able to take effective decisions. Okay, so reports are helping us to build effective decision support systems. Fine, guys.
Yeah, we are here.
It's fine. That's fine. Now, so that is what is a data warehouse. So I want to tell you one small difference. Whenever I think you guys have purchased many things online, right? Maybe eBay, Amazon, or whatever sites you have visited to do online shopping. Okay, fine. Whenever or whatever you purchase, okay, a transaction is done. You buy something, you pay something, the transaction is stored in a database. Okay, so these databases which are designed to store day-to-day transactions are called as OLTP databases, online transaction processing systems. Any database, I use an Excel to store my day-to-day activities. I use MS Access, I use Oracle, or I use a SQL Server, or maybe I'm using DB2 or Teradata. Whatever the database, okay, you are using it for storing day-to-day transactions, that is called as OLTP. It is basically designed in such a way that you are using it to insert new data, to modify the existing data, to delete the existing data, or to create new tables in the data. Fine. So this database which is used to store day-to-day transactions is called as OLTP. Okay. On the other hand, I should also have a database that can be used to store my company's historical data, so that whatever the data I need, I take it out, I analyze it, and I can generate reports. Based on these reports, my managers will be helping out with the organization, okay, in the process of decision making, right? So that database is called as OLAP, Online Analytical Processing Database. Okay, Online Analytical Processing Database. Fine. So this OLAP database is designed purely for analysis and reporting purpose. The data here is only like read-only copy. You cannot edit the data, you cannot insert new data, you cannot delete the data. It's only for analysis. It's only a read-only copy. Fine, fine, guys. Guys, are you getting me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now, the only thing what we need to know is that how is this data moved from the OLTP to OLAP, because the OLTP databases, the day-to-day transaction databases, have been designed in such a way that you can store the data in these databases not more than 90 days. So once this data becomes 90 days old, you have to move this data to a place we can store it for further or future use. So that is a place which is called as OLAP. Okay, and the area OLAP is a part of an area which is called as a data warehouse. When we talk about data warehouse, I told you that it's a place or an area where you store the data. But to be frank, the fact is that you should always use a database to store the data. Let it be a data warehouse or anything, right? So in a data warehouse, we use an OLAP database to store the data for further analysis and reporting purpose. Fine. So that is the place. So OLAP database in the data warehouse is used in the data warehouse for storing this data. Fine. Company's historical data. But the question here is, how is the data moved from OLTP to the OLAP sources? This question I will answer it, but for an OBIEE developer, it is immaterial for us because we are not bothered how the data is coming to the data warehouse. Because as an OBIEE developer, I am only concentrating on this place, OLAP. You see OLAP here, right?
Yeah.
As an OBIEE developer, my target server or my target machine is the OLAP server. My target data is the metadata in the OLAP server. Got it? I'm not bothered what is the OLTP server, how data is coming. Okay, but still you should have some idea of what is happening here. Fine, guys. Okay. So from the OLTP database, the data which is 90 days old has to be moved to the OLAP database for further analysis and reporting. So this is done in 3 ways by making use of a tool called as ETL. Okay, this is actually a process called as extraction, transformation and loading. There are 3 stages: extraction, transformation and loading. So you extract the data from the OLTP server, from the OLTP databases. You transform it. When I say transformation, you are doing certain rules, you are applying certain rules and mechanisms to clean the data, to cleanse the data, because when you try to extract the data, there are some unwanted data, there is some dirty data that is coming in. So you use some rules which are called as transformations. Okay, you apply some business logic so that your business logic is also implemented in the same way. The data that is coming from these OLTP sources, which contains unwanted values, which contains junk values, which may contain repetitive values, redundant values, so is removed. That is what is transformations. So once once the data is extracted, it is transformed. Once the transformations are done, then the data is loaded from this OLTP to the OLAP server. Got it, guys? So basically, when we talk about ETL, these are 3 different processes, and this process cannot be done manually. For that, we have different tools in the markets like Informatica, DataStage, Oracle Data Integrator, App Initio, Oracle Warehouse Builder. Okay, like this we have different ETL tools in the market. So the ETL, the people who do this ETL process are called as ETL developers. Okay, so as I told you that my target database is OLAP database, my target server is OLAP server. So the data here in the OLAP server is called as metadata. Why is called as metadata, guys? Can anyone tell me what is metadata? Anyone of you? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah. Can any one of you tell me what is metadata?
We have heard about the term, no idea. Do you want
Okay, no
to?
problem, no problem. I'll tell you what is metadata. So, if I say something called as roll number, R ROLLNUMBE, roll number. When you talk about roll number, so when we talk about roll number, we always refer roll number to a student, right? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So roll roll number is referring to a student. That means I have a data that is describing about some other data. Metadata is data describing some other data. In OLAP database, we have tables, we have column names that are describing about the data that is coming from different OLTP sources. So metadata is nothing but it is collection of tables or columns that is describing about the data that is coming from OLTP sources. So metadata means data about data or data describing some other data. Clear, guys?
Yep.
Yes, fine. Okay. Now let me minimize this notepad file. So whenever you install your OBIEE application, you got a folder like this called as Oracle Business Intelligence folder. Okay. You click on this, your different components, your administration help file, administration, BI publisher, catalog manager. We will do all this except BI Publisher because BI Publisher is a similar reporting tool like your OBIEE. The difference is that if you want to learn BI Publisher, you have to have strong coding language skills of XML, the extensible markup language, because BI Publisher is basically used to enhance the design of a report. For extra designing and decoration of a report, we use BI Publisher. Fine. Initially, this BI Publisher was called as XML Publisher. Oracle has taken over this product. It has purchased XML Publisher and renamed it. And it wanted to launch it as a separate product, but they have failed it in marketing this product as a separate reporting tool. Okay, because when they started campaigning about this product, there was already a different reporting tool of the same Oracle which was called as Discoverer. Okay, so people did not accept this BI Publisher. So now it's been embedded in OBIEE. So if you know XML, you can use this BI Publisher for free of cost. But we'll not be dealing with this because I don't know XML and you also don't know XML. If you want to learn XML, then first we should learn XML, then come back, then learn OBIEE. So it's all waste of time. So we will not be dealing with BI Publisher. Remaining else, everything will be done. Fine. Now coming to this, so I think you have seen this folder here, right? Fine, guys?
Yeah.
Now, whenever you start your machine after installing the software, every time you start your desktop PC or your laptop or any machine that has been that contains the installed software, okay, you should get a screen like this. Actually, when a server called as OC4G server starts automatically, I have stopped it. Okay, you can start it manually like this. It says start OC4J. What is this OC4J? Oracle Container for Java. This OBIEE application has been designed and developed using the Java domain. So all the resources that are needed to start or all the resources that are needed to initialize this application are contained in this server called as OC4J. And to be frank, all the products that are being developed by Oracle are following the concept or architecture of SOA, services oriented architecture, where every component of the application is available in the form of a server. When I say OC4G, I call it as OC4G server. Okay, so that is the architecture on which your OBIEE application is based. Oracle SOA architecture, services oriented architecture. I click on it to start the application. It says starting OC4G server from this is the path C colon Oracle BI OC4J BI. Okay, You see how instantly it starts. It will not even take less more than 20 seconds. So it says initialize. You see it here, initialized. Yes, guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Once it is initialized, you can go to the administration tools here, and yeah, to speak about the installation of your OBIEE application, you have you have the software uh, for both 32-bit systems and 64-bit system. You can install the software on your Windows XP machine. Windows XP machine, the machine has flavors of 32-bit and 64-bit. You can install it on Windows XP as well as your Windows 7 or Vista or any other machine. Okay, guys?
Okay.
And come, okay, go to the services here. Right now I'm using my laptop Windows 7 machine. Okay, if you go to the services like this, if you scroll down, you see Oracle BI components, and you see when I have started the Oracle BS, I mean the Oracle OC for the server, along with this there are three other servers which start automatically. One is the Oracle BI server, then the presentation server, then the Java host server. When I say Oracle BI server, it is the heart of your OBIEE application. Without the BI server working, you cannot do anything. You cannot design anything. You cannot develop anything. Okay? So this is your heart of your OBIEE application called as the BI server or OBIEE server. Next is the presentation server. The name itself tells that if you want to present anything, any data or any report to your client or customer, you make use of this presentation server to present the data. This presentation server is also called as the web server. It's also called as the web server. And in your OBIEE application, there is an embedded presentation server which is called as your analytics. So we have an embedded server within the OBIEE application which is called as analytics, ANALYTICS. Okay, this is also called as the web server or presentation server. So can you guys name me few web servers that you find in the market right now? Any web server which you know, can you name me? Yes, guys. WebLogic, WebSphere, Apache Tomcat servers. Yes, the Glassfish server. Your different web servers. Did you hear about these web servers, guys? You know, do you have any idea of web servers? Yes. Hello, are you there with me? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. So these are the different web servers available in the market, like the Apache Tomcat web server, the Glassfish server. It's an open source server. The BizTalk server. Like this, there are different web servers. Okay. But we are not going to use any web server because we already have a web server embedded within the application, and which is called as a presentation server also. Its name is analytics. Okay. Then I have the Java server which starts automatically when I start the OC for the server like this. Okay. So what is Java server? As I already told you that if you want to use your application, okay, you should have Java. So all the Java that is needed is hosted by your Java host server. Fine, guys. Okay. Now, OBIEE process development. When we talk about OBIEE development, okay, here are two things: RPD designing . In India, people with more than 6+ years, okay, people with more than 6+ years are designing this task. And report development. People with less than 5 years. Okay. So what is this RPD? RPD is called as the repository. We call as, see, I have the metadata here, right? I have to store this metadata somewhere so that I told you that my target database is OLAP database. The data in OLAP database metadata. Now if I want to analyze it and generate the reports, I have to access this metadata. I want to connect to this metadata, right? So this metadata, where should I store it? I should have a container to store and save it, right? For analysis. That is called as a repository, which is called as RPD. And the RPD has an abbreviation which is called as rapid database file, rapid database file. So this has to be designed first. This is done by your administration tool. We call it as admin tool. Okay. The RPD designing is done by the administration tool, and the report development is done by another tool called as OBIEE answers. Fine, guys. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I go to this Oracle Business Intelligence. I click on the administration tool, and it opens administration tool like this. I go to the help menu, click on about administration tool. It says Oracle BA administration tool version 10.1.3.4.1. Click OK. Fine. Now this is a gray space here, a blank gray space document here. I said click on file and say new. Whenever I click on new, it opens a window to create a new repository with the extension .rpd with the file name metadata1. You see it here? Default name it is taking as metadata1.rpd. You see it here, guys? Yes? You know why? Because I told you that our target data is metadata in the OLAP server. Therefore, by default, it takes the name as metadata1. So whenever you go on creating new repositories, the files is going to take the name as metadata1, metadata2, metadata3, and so on. So when I click on save here, it is going to save this file in a container, in a folder called as repository folder, Oracle BI server repository, Oracle BI folder, server folder, repository folder. Fine. Save it. I'm replacing the existing one. Now when I saved it, you see three panes here, left pane, right pane, middle pane. These are called as layers: physical layer, business model and mapping layer, presentation layer. Okay, guys?
Okay, I'm with you.
Fine. So what is this physical layer? Physical layer, if you have, if you know the database design is represented in three layers. We call it as the physical layer, okay, or the data structural layer. Next is the logical or conceptual layer, or also the business layer, what we call it as. The third one is user level or application level layer. Similarly, based on this database design, the data warehouse, the reporting tool is also developed. In the physical layer, where we actually connect to the databases that we want to analyze and make the reports. Business model and mapping layer, it consists of the data where we are implementing. This is a place actually where we spend 80% of our time implementing business calculations, business logic. Okay. And presentation layer, this is the area where we put the data that is actually required for presentation purpose. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I show you my database here. I have my database, Oracle database 10G home one. I open the application development, I log into SQL Plus. I have a user called a sales history. Okay. This is the schema which I will be working with to use it for the training purpose. This is the schema here. Password is a set. OCL is a host string. Now when I say select star from tab, you can see different tables here, right? Channels, promotions, customers, countries, sales, cost, times. Fine, guys. Now let us assume, and you should notice one thing: this my Oracle database is both designed for OLTP and OLAP. It can be used to store day-to-day transactions, and on the same hand, it can be used as a data warehouse database. Because you see here, when you see connected to it says Oracle database 10G enterprise edition 10.2.0.30 production with the partitioning OLAP and data mapping options. You see it here, guys? Right? Yes.
Yeah.
I just exit this. I just wanted to show you that the same database can be used for OLTP and OLAP purpose. So every vendor, every company that is into the database designing, they develop flavors for OLTP and OLAP. Okay. Previously they used to do it separately. Now they are integrating it into the single database. When you purchase this database, you can use it for day-to-day transaction, and you can use the same database for analysis and reporting purpose. Now this database on my local system here, I can use this as an OLAP server, connect to this data source, that is the asset schema, the sales history. It contains the sales history information, history of some company, some organization, which contains the sales data. So I need to analyze, now my domain is sales, I need to analyze the sales history. Got it? Yes. Now I need to import that sales into the physical layer. So how is that done? So very simple. Go to the administration tools, your data sources ODBC. Click on this, click on the system DSL, and you see something called analytics web. You see it here, guys, analytics web. Yes?
Yeah.
So what is this analytics web? Very simple. You have a web browser. Can you name few web browsers, guys? Web browsers. Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, right? So this web server has to, this web browser has to connect to my web server. Web server is nothing but my analytics web server, right? Yes?
Yeah.
I told you that my web server or the presentation server, okay? It's also called as presentation server here. If you see them here in the services, my web server, this is my BA server, this is my presentation server or web server. Now I use my web browser, okay? This web browser communicates with the presentation server or web server. It has a name called as analytics. I already told you, right? Right?
Oh. Yeah.
Now how does a web browser communicate with the web server? Any ideas? A web browser communicates, that is, I have Internet Explorer right now. How does this Internet Explorer communicate with the BI presentation server or web server? By using HTTP, TCP, IP protocols. Okay, guys? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. So your web browser, Internet Explorer, Firefox, whatever it is, it communicates with the BI presentation server or web server. Okay, that is nothing but analytics. The name of the presentation server is analytics. So your web browser, your Internet Explorer communicates with analytics using HTTP, TCP, IP protocols. Now, this presentation server has to communicate with the BA server, okay? Because BA server is the heart of the application. So how does it communicate? It should also have some communication mechanism. That is nothing but your analytics web. Analytics web is a default ODBC driver, Open Database Connectivity. A driver is a small software module which is used to connect to the database. Let's say I want to connect to the Oracle BI, the Oracle database now. So I should need a driver. Similarly, your presentation server is using a driver called as Analytics Web to connect to the BI server. That is why it is named as a driver here. Okay. So Analytics Web is a driver that is used to connect to the Oracle BI server. Got it?
Okay.
Fine, guys?
Okay.
Yes. Now my BA server has to communicate with different data sources because my OBIEE application is highly scalable. Highly scalable in the sense it supports almost all type of data sources, right from the flat file, that is a notepad file, to the latest database, whatever it is. You have a flat file, the notepad file, the Excel, Fox4 database, the Microsoft Access database, SQL Server, Sybase, Informatics, DB2, Cyber CRM software, the SAP, okay, that is the SAP, and the Teradata, any software, any data source it supports. Now, I want to connect to the Oracle database, Oracle OLAP database on my machine right now. So what I need to do is, generally you get the tabs like this. To click on CS System DSN, you see the Analytics Web here. So click on System DSN, click on Add, okay. Select the database on your system, that is Oracle in ORADB 10g/1. Click on Finish. Forget about this unwanted nonsense errors. Okay. Now what is the data source name I want to connect to? Sales history, SH, right? Yes, guys? What is the TNS service name? It is the ORCL, which is the default database. It is the instance, what we call it as. User ID is SH. Click on Test Connection. Password is SH in lowercase. When you click on OK, it should give you connection successful. It says connection successful. That means right now I have connected to the database. Click on OK. Click on OK. Fine, guys. Now you can import the data from the database into the physical layer. So go to File and say Import from database. You have this SH Oracle and RDB 10g1. Password is SH. This is called a shared login. When you want to share something with your database, I mean with the application, okay, you should have a password for it. Okay, click on OK. It gives you an import dialog box like this. Now I'm going to select the tables which I want to import. Okay, I'm going to select the tables which I want to import. So I select this channels, cost, countries, customers, products, promotion, sales, times table, and make sure that only these are the tables, because these are the tables right now which I need as my business requirement. Now these are the tables which I am trying to import along with the keys. Keys means primary keys. I am importing my tables along with the primary keys. You also have foreign keys, alias tables, synonyms used in system tables. When you need them, you import them. See, I don't want to import the foreign keys, because when I say import the foreign keys, my BA server will spend a lot of time here in the import process trying to check the different primary and foreign key relationships among all these tables. So it will take a lot of time. So right now I'll import them only with the primary keys. Then later I can connect my primary and foreign key relationship. I just click on import like this. And click on close. And if you see here, I have all the tables that have been imported here, right?
Okay.
Yes. Now how to check for the connectivity? I don't know whether I am still connected with my database. So you say row count was not updated yet. If it is updated right now, that means I am successfully in connection with my database. Go to tools and say update all row counts. Now you see that instantly all the row counts are updated here, right? You can see the physical row count also, 5 rows, 82,101 rows, right? You see, right? Yes?
So initially it created the table and now you are loading the data, right?
Yes, now we have updated the data, and the fact is that you can also view the data here. Right click and you can view the data like this.
All right.
Okay? Any data you can view it here like this. Fine? So here after this, the process is very easy. You want to create a business model. So this is the database. This is the connection tool which contains the connection right now whatever we have created the driver for. So next immediate thing what you need to do is, when I said designing the repository or the RPD, it means designing the physical layer, designing the business model BMM layer, and designing the presentation layer. I just drag it like this, my business model is ready. I'm just showing you for an example purpose, that's it. Okay? And how to design your presentation layer, you drag the data like this, whatever you want. Okay? So this is just to show you it's not completely ready. It's not completely ready because I have to do different business calculations here. Okay? Just to show you that how these 3 layers are getting ready. So I'll just close this now. And I open a ready-made repository which is now ready for developing the reports. So let us assume that my task of designing the repository is over, and now I am ready to develop the reports. Now you see in the physical layer I have 2 databases. One is the Oracle sales history database and the other one is the SH quota, which is an Excel database. This is an Excel database, this is an Oracle database. Because in real time my data may be segregated into different databases. Let's say some part of data has been stored in an Excel sheet and remaining part has been stored in Oracle database. Fine. So therefore I need to import more than one data source. So like this you can import multiple data sources in their physical layer. Multiple data sources in their physical layer. Just a minute.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I just typed it in the chat, the chat pane?
The chat is disabled for me. I'm not able to see the chat.
Oh, okay. I was keep on typing something in there. Anyways, for some reason I am getting muted every now and then, so I was typing.
Okay, okay. Maybe there's some problem with the bottom meeting. That's fine.
Okay. The question was when you said
yeah.
Yeah. The question is you are actually linking these tables from your physical repository into this physical layer, or you have
yes.
to make a copy of these tables into the physical layer.
Right. Yes. Tell me.
Oh, I was talking.
Yeah, tell me.
My question is, you have actually linked these tables, right, from SH database?
Yes, I have imported the tables from SH database because these are the tables, this is the metadata which I need to analyze now. So I have connected to the database and imported the tables in the physical layer. Got it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
When you have imported it, you are actually creating the copy of these tables that you have selected into the physical layer, or it is just a linking?
No. It's a copy. I have the data here. And every time the data is updated in the database, it is also getting updated here on this end. Got it?
Automatically, or do I have to perform some operation?
Update all row counts like this. The data will be updated. Okay, just cancel this. So, fine guys.
Okay, can you save this table? I mean, not the table. Can you save this metadata file?
Yeah, it's there in the physical layer. When this repository is saved, see, I say save the repository. It's there in the file because this repository is contained in 3 layers: physical, business model, and presentation layer. So all these 3 layers are saved in the repository. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now, this is the business model. This is the presentation layer. This is called as the database, this is called as the business model, and this is called as the presentation catalog. I told you that all the tables that are needed to present to the end user are there in the presentation layer. The business model consists of business calculations like this, which are needed for the company or which we want for report development. You see different calculations here: amount sold, unit cost, gross profit, category sales, quota, various etc. Now, let us assume that I have done my designing part. I have designed all 3 years. Now it's time for report development. So how do I develop the report? The next part, that is using your Oracle BA answers. Go to the business intelligence and click on presentation services. When you click on presentation services, it opens a window called as Oracle Business Intelligence. Username is administration with capital A, administrator. Password is also administrator. Login, and when you log in, you get a window like this called as dashboard. It says my dashboard. Welcome administrator. This dashboard is an area where you OBIEE developers place the report that you want to show to your end user and or customer. So you see, when I log in, let us assume that I am not an administrator, I am an end user. So when I log in into this, I am seeing a report that one of the developer has placed here. So this is an area where the users log in to view the report, where the customer logs in, where the client logs in to view the report. Now I click on Answers. Answers is a tool which is called as the Oracle BA Answers, which is used to develop the report. Now if you see the presentation layer here, the presentation catalog is sales. The same sales presentation catalog is available as subject area here. I click on the subject area sales and it opens the same things under columns here, science and all this. You see here the same thing here. ends fiscal calendar all this. Now when I expand times, I have fiscal and calendar in this, which is equivalent to this times, which consists of fiscal and calendar table. Okay. So now I just want to create a report. How do I create it? Very simple. I just select calendar year like this and amount sold like this. Click on display results. It is giving me the report. Very simple. And you have different beautiful GUI features here. I want gauge view of this. I select this, I get a gauge view. I want a bar style, I get a bar style. I want a bulb, I get a bulb style. Go to the criteria, click on display results. Okay, the default result is compound layout, which has a report. This report is consisting of title and table. Now I want a chart of this. I get a chart which is default vertical bar chart. I select bubble. It gives me bubble. But I should select a bubble for this. I select the amount sold. Redraw. No problem. Go to this vertical bar, right? Line chart. This is the line chart. Line bar combo. Pareto diagram. The pie chart. The radar representation. Scatter diagram. Step up chart like this. So like this, we have different GUI components, different charts here to represent. And also your funnel chart representation like this. So you can represent the values in a funnel chart like this. This is the component layout. I add the funnel chart to this report. Now I have my report on this. Now I have saved this report. I save this report and say dev1. I save it in the folders. I go to the dashboard. I edit the dashboard like this. I remove the already existing report and place the dev1, the latest report right now, and click on save it. Now whenever the user logs in, is able to see the report like this. This is all with their OBIEE answers. Very simple. Very simple, very user friendly. Anyone can learn it, anyone can master this. Okay, but you know, 60% of your time you will be spending to learn this administration tool. 40% of your time will be spending to learn this Oracle BA answer. Now, once you learn answers, you have one more thing called as delivers. You see delivers here. Okay, delivers is a tool which is used to
give alerts, right?
Alerts, as well as the main purpose is used to schedule your reports. Okay, I go to the answers here once again. I have a report developed right now. I can either modify it and I can create an iBot. When I say create iBot stands for Intelligent Bursting Output Tool. It is a report scheduling tool. Okay, when I use create iBot here, it opens Oracle delivers. Use the different tabs here. I just explain this. So you can schedule this iBot to run or to schedule this report to start it immediately, or you can specify the start date, the time of the day, the time zone here. Okay, the recurrence once daily, weekly, monthly. Repeat every minutes until you can have the end date, none or end bar. So you can use the Oracle delivers, which contains an iBot intelligent output tool. Okay, to schedule the reports. So we will be dealing with delivers also. So we will be dealing with the administration tool, the answers, Oracle BI answers, and the Oracle BI delivers. And if you see the contents here, sorry. I'll send. I'll
I don't think we can read that.
I actually I just uninstalled my MS Office because of some problems. Okay, no problem. So these are the things. So apart from this, we'll be doing all the components here: administration, help, administration, catalog manager, job manager, OBIEE plan, start, stop, exit code, system management. This is just a welcome screen. This is welcome to OBIEE 10.1.3.4.1. We can just go for this. It will tell you what are all this.
So do you have any idea like when are you planning to start the class, like training class?
See, today evening, I'm in India, based in Hyderabad.
Okay.
Today evening, 7:30 p.m. IST. There's a batch going to be started. Okay, if you fulfill the registration process and all those formalities, you can join the batch today evening, 7:30 p.m. And
I couldn't hear you.
Today evening, 7:30 p.m. IST.
Okay, got it.
There's a batch.
What you say? Can you repeat one more time? There's an echo. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Today evening, 7:30 p.m. IST. There's a batch that is going to start. Fine?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, just a
What is
minute.
the duration of the class like?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you
There
can
are
type
actually 2 batches that are going to start today. I'm just typing it here so that you can see it clearly. So you can see the screen, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yes. 7:30 p.m. IST. You will have daily 1 hour of class. The course duration is 30 plus hours. Okay. Yeah, one more batch that is going to start at 11 p.m. today. IST. This is also 1 hour duration. 30 plus hours. Okay, these are the 2 batches which I am planning to start today. Already there are students for these batches. I mean, but there are the students are 2 students, but they are isolated into. They belong to different time zones. This batch we are students from Singapore, and this batch are students from Australia. So I need to have 2 separate batches. So you guys plan if you are really interested in the training. So today onwards we are starting the batches here. So you can start this. You can either join the 7:30 p.m. batch or the 11 p.m. batch, which should be convenient to you. Okay. So depending on your convenience, you can choose these batches.
Okay, what is the procedure like, registration and everything?
Yeah, you can come. I think I think Sridevi has contacted you guys, right?
No,
Yes.
I just got an email from somebody to join like.
Okay, maybe Basava or Sridevi or whoever it is. You can just call to the big classes guys. Anyway, they will be calling you to take the feedback immediately. So you can just talk with them. You can, they will be telling you about the. See, if you want to go for today's batch, they will be telling you about the formalities and all, the registration process and all that. You can just fulfill those requirements and you can join these batches. May I know your convenient timings? Is 7:30 p.m. convenient to you or 11 p.m.? Anything, whatever. Yes.
7:30 p.m. IST is like what?
What time do you have right now? Where you are right now?
My here it is 9:20 a.m. in the morning. 9:20 in the morning. So So I think for some of you it is 10:30 now, right? 10:30, 11 p.m. there.
11 p.m. here. Yeah.
Yes. So if it is 11 p.m. for me, it will be. I think
12:30 EST for me. I'm in Eastern time. And so 11 p.m. is 12:30 p.m. Something. Right?
Yeah, noon, right?
Yeah. It's noon.
That's not possible. Like, it's only on Saturdays and Sundays, or it's like during the weekdays.
No. We have daily classes, and we also have weekend classes. Those who want to go for weekend classes, we also arrange weekend classes for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm in the Eastern. I mean, the 7:30 p.m. would be like 9 a.m. for me, which is my working hours. I won't be able to join.
Even both of even 7:30 as well as 11
Okay,
p.m.
I'll do one thing. I'll do one thing. Okay, fine. And yeah, I think Raghavendra and Suji is only talking. What about Mr. Hodari?
What you say?
What is your convenient or preferable timing for the batches?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out the time because the morning hours is work hours.
Where are you? I mean, are you in the Eastern, Mountain,
yes.
Central?
No,
Are you in Eastern?
I'm in Eastern.
Okay, so
Right,
7:30.
Okay, look here guys. I'm going to give you one timing for you. If you tell me whether it's convenient to you or not. 6 a.m. IST. Not 6 a.m. Or let's say
7:30 p.m. for us, right?
7:30 p.m. EST.
EST.
8 a.m. IST. 8 a.m. IST. Is it convenient to you?
No, that would be 9:30
That will be, yeah. That's not possible, Nick. During the weekdays, right?
8 a.m. morning, man. My morning 8 a.m.
Yeah, but it is 9:30 for us, and it'll go around 11 o'clock, right? 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
1 hour daily. So 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. in the night for you.
How about the same time you like the time that we started, like at 9:30 or 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern?
So just now, I started at 8 a.m. The same time what are taking the demo now?
No, Basava. Is that Basava?
No, it's not Basava. It's not Basava.
Okay, sorry. Whatever you are saying, your 8 a.m. would be like 9:30 p.m. for us, right? Normally, it normally will take like more than an hour, barely, let's say 1.5 hours. It would be like 11 p.m. for us, okay?
Yeah.
11 p.m. Right, 9:30 to 10:30. Yeah.
So you think that it will be late for you, right?
Yeah, let me tell you. I mean, I don't know about the others. I mean, I just tell you a time which is IST. Let me know if it's possible for you or not. Okay, it's let's say 7 a.m. Your time, 7 a.m. IST.
Yeah, it's possible, but right now there's a batch that's going on. So for them it will be late. I cannot shift that batch.
Okay, guys. I mean, what about 8:30 p.m. EST?
Yeah,
I mean, the other guys should be okay, right? I mean, if we, if 3 of us align on that time, then we can ask him to schedule something 7 a.m. IST his time, which should be fine for everybody.
Okay, let him call and we'll get the details from him and go from there, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he said somebody will be calling us, but at least if 3 of us, decides to go for a class, 8:30 p.m. would be a decent time to join the class in the evening. So that's what my feeling is. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Is that 8 AST or hours Eastern?
8:30 p.m. It's in the evening. We are talking about Hodari.
Your time or Eastern time?
Eastern.
Okay, 8:30. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other thing is that, so the batch should start when? Tomorrow or this week?
Yeah, that we have to see. I don't know his availability. He said somebody is going to call us to take the feedback. Oh,
Yeah. Immediately. Now, after 5 minutes, they're going to call you. So they'll take the feedback and we can just let them know. So, but you know, right now actually 7 to 8 a.m. slot. Yeah, 7 to 8 a.m. IST. There's a batch that's going on already. It's at the end of the completion. So if you want to, we'll just plan for a new batch. What about 6:30 a.m.?
Could be 8 p.m. for
Is that fine? 6:30 p.m. Is that fine? 6:30 a.m. IST. Is that fine for you?
yeah, 6:30 should be
Yeah.
fine, but 8 p.m. I don't know. For somebody it may be too early to come back from offices and join.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think 8:30 is a decent time, which is like 7 a.m. IST, 7 in the morning.
Okay, I'll speak with. Okay, you just carry on with the registration process and all. And once let's say if all three of you are ready to join, so I'll just talk with my guys who are already in the 7 to 8 a.m. batch, and I'll try to adjust their plans. Okay, guys.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, but also is it possible to just try to see if we can either take care of this echo stuff? I think it's either.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Because sometimes it happens very rarely. There might be some network issues. That's why it is giving an echo or instead of normally you will not get even a dot of the echo.
But this
Okay.
echo is really terrible.
Yeah, it's really horrible. That's what.
We couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, it happens. It happens only because of the telephonic communication. That's why I always suggest to make use of your headphone or earphone. So it is it's really good. Will not have echo problems. So I always suggest to use your headphone. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like there's a feedback from either the phone or the speakerphone or.
Okay. Now, yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask me. You have any doubts,
Okay.
any queries?
Bye.
I'm good. Thanks. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, guys. Bye. Take care. Thank you for attending the demo. Have a great day. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Fiorgana.